So since this is a brand new build, I wanted to let everybody know what's actually happening with the car. One of the reasons I bought this car is because of the massive engine bay. A lot of Ford engines are pretty much, I want to say 6 inches to a foot larger than Chevy engines, which is why you always see that LS pretty much put in everything. Here's an example of a typical Ford engine versus a Chevy engine. So this engine with barely anything on it is already 30 inches wide. This is pretty much a fully dressed Corvette LS1, and pretty much with everything on it, it's only 25 inches wide. I'm pretty much well known as a guy who makes big brake kits. I bought this car not realizing it was a 4-lug design, so what I'm gonna have to do is convert the car front and rear to 5-lug before I do that. So I'm going to be converting the 5-lug, and then I'm going to build a nice 14-inch drilled and slotted rotor with a nice Brembo caliper setup for this car. While I'm at it, I'm going to be changing out the K-member, because when I upgrade the suspension, I want to upgrade the K-member so I could upgrade the control arms, the spring shocks. I want to upgrade the steering system because I want to upgrade this shaft so I can use a Cobra Mustang steering rack. And there's a couple other things I would like to do to the car. Once I finish upgrading everything I want to do to the car, I want to start working on the interior. Now the body on this car is really nice. Let's go over the body a little bit. Even though this is a 40-year-old Mustang, the reason I jumped on this car is I don't see any rot anywhere. Yes, it might have faded paint, it might have a slight dent, and it might have some peeling clear coat, but this car is not a rotted piece of crap. In fact, there's one tiny itty-bitty spot under the car that I could patch, and it really isn't that bad. And interior-wise, this interior is, as far as pieces that are supposed to be here, I want to say it's like 90% complete, which is what I really liked. Now, it is a little dirty. It does have a little bit of mold, and there is some rips. I can fix the seats, and I could actually, the other one isn't even that bad. So that doesn't bother me as much. I could even throw race seats in here. I have a nice racer wheel I want to put in. I even like the gauges, how they're round, which is perfect because I could put some aftermarket ones in the same housings. But the car was in great shape. The top could have been better, but the mechanism is still here. So what I want to do is convert this top over to something like the 03 Cobra. It's like a suede top. And basically, what I really liked about the car is, even though this is a car that was sitting for a long time on someone's property, it really wasn't beat up. You know, everything is straight. That doesn't look like there was any accident damage. Body panels are not contacting other body panels. The engine bay looked nice and clean. I mean, this was a really good buy for a project car. This car's been sitting on my property for about 3 years, and I've really been thinking about what I want to do, and I bought a lot of parts for the car. I just haven't put them in yet because I've been so busy. But what I'm going to be doing is, my next big build is going to be this car. I'm always working on my Cruze, so the Cruze is always going to get work, and eventually I'm going to be putting the V8 in the Cruze. The first thing I wanted to do was get the V8 into this car because I've had it sitting here for 3 years. The Cruze I can still drive. This is just sitting and sitting and sitting, and the more I let it sit, the less desirable it is for me to finish. But the longer I let it sit, the more stuff I want to buy. So now I'm at the point where I have so many parts sitting here, I just want to put them in the car. And I think what I'm going to do is start working on the body first. The next few videos I put out on this car are probably going to be me talking about what I want to do next. And then we're really going to start doing some major upgrades. I'm going to probably start with a K-member and suspension, and then we'll go to the 5-lug conversion.